Out of all of the Winter 2021 anime, there's one particular that piqued my interest: Horimiya. I've been a fan of Horimiya for about a year and a half now, and I still keep up with the newest chapters. And to be honest, it's a very fun read. It is a simple slice of life story about a group of high school students living their normal life. Every character are unique from each other, and none falls into any particular trope. And everything felt somewhat realistic, in fact, which is why the story captured me in the first place. None of the things that happens in the story can potentially happen in real life. Well, if you look at something like quintessential quintuplet, it's obviously a story and can never happen. All of these great things aside, I personally think what made Horimiya stand out to me, in particular, is its pacing. The way in which Horimiya portrays their relationship is quite interesting. Instead of a slow burn 24 episode no hand holding kind of pacing, as most manga or anime do, Horimiya speedruns the relationship, with the main duo dating at only 23 chapters in. Yes, chapters, not episodes. This makes the story progressing a more interesting direction because we can stop worrying about the main duo and shift our attention to the relationships of the side characters. In the case of Horimiya, the relationship between Sengoku, Remy, Yanagi, Yuki, Toru, and Sakura are all quiet. This makes the story progressing a much more interesting direction because we can stop worrying about the main duo and shift our attention to the relationships of the side characters. In the case of Horimiya, the relationship between Sengoku and Remy, along with Yanagi, Yuki, Toru, and Sakura's love square, and Sawada's one-sided love, are all great additions to the story. This brings infinite possibilities into the formula and expands our view upon the cast. It also allows us to see how these different characters interact with each other, without needing to worry about the actual romance between Miyamura and Hori-san. It feels more like a sitcom rather than an actual anime, which is what made it feel unique while being generic at the same time. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how wholesome Miyamura and Hori-san are? Also, Kyosuke Best Dad. Another selling point I want to point out about Horimiya is that it is a romance slice of life instead of the harem. There is only one love interest and nothing else. This is another reason why it felt more believable because obviously there's no way 4 hot girls will fall for a Discord admin. I think an aspect that a lot of anime and manga suffer from is the fact that pigeonhole themselves as a harem, which limits their option in storytelling. They are forced and is expected to use character cliches and a slow pacing to drag out the story to 200 to 300 chapters with no romantic progression. It also means a lot of the actions and events which happen is entirely used to fulfill these expectations while having no actual purpose in plot progression or character development. You don't normally get to see a bunch of friends hang out in most high school rom-com slice of life because they are forced into these romantic situations. While in Horimiya, you can see these high school students mess around and act stupid around each other while having actual romantic progression, as opposed to the other ones, which is what made it feel special. The way in which we are introduced to the character are also super clever. For example, when Sengoku was first introduced as the almighty popular student council president, but later he turns out to be a bit dorky and an insecure twig. This adds into the comedic timing, which adds depth into the story instead of the regular trope in so many harem manga and anime. Who knew a small twist in the generic formula can cause that much of an impact? More anime and manga should follow Horimiya's formula and speedrun their relationship so we can see more of the characters goofing around like idiots.